Okay, what we have here is a rear wheel cylinder from a Reva G-Wiz, which is a little electric microcar. And I bought the car really cheaply. It is actually a runner, but failed its last MOT, imbalanced rear brakes, and that's unsurprising. The rear wheel cylinder on the passenger side was pretty badly stuck. Now, one of the pistons has come out okay. Only took a little bit of persuasion. If I zoom in, there's a little bit of corrosion there, and that's what had jammed it in there. But the bore itself looks fine. That should clean up. But the other piston is a lot more stuck, and it appears that someone has tried to unstick it by hitting it, and they've damaged it in the process, and they've broken off one of the lugs that holds the shoe in the correct location. And I believe these are available and aren't terribly expensive, but I won't even be able to inquire about getting one until next week. So I thought I would pull this out and see if it's actually possible to repair it. Well, I've just got it set up in the vise, and it's sitting on this little flange here, which is for the dust boot, so there is a little bit to sit on. I've got a bit of brass, and we'll give it a tap and see if it will free up. Here's the slave cylinder all dismantled, and the bore of this cylinder, it's hard anodized, and it's got some slight staining in it, but the actual bore is smooth, so that should be fine. There was some corrosion on the outer end of this piston that I've cleaned up, and that should be usable. But the other piston, I think someone had a go at getting it to shift with the cylinder in situ, and had broken the end where it's got the fork to hold the shoe in place. So the seal was good, and I've removed the seal, and I have made a new piston out of 316L stainless, and we'll get the seal installed on there and put the cylinder back together, and that should sort the issue on the car. When I put it together, I'll use a generous amount of red rubber grease during assembly, and also inside the dust boots to prevent this corrosion occurring again. Apparently, normally what goes on these is the seals. In this case, and you end up with the shoes soaked in fluid. The seals on this were fine. It was dry as a bone, and it was just a corrosion issue. These, unfortunately, I believe are unique to the G-Wiz, or at least there are no cross-reference part numbers or any information about what they could be from. They're made by an Indian manufacturer. What was it, KBX? Not a lot of information on them. They appear to manufacture for other people most of the time. And new wheel cylinders are £30 odd plus VAT. And Going Green don't have any, or didn't have any at the time of inquiry. And in fact, we're pushing remanufactured cylinders, which with the cylinder, delivery and VAT were nearly £60, which is a lot of money for just a wheel cylinder. So I'm going to go with my own refurbished plan at the moment, and we'll see if that holds together properly.